Welcome to Riverbend Talon on WBGZ. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
Also brought to you by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance, and brought to you by Piggly Wiggly. No, I'm Linus. That's Pigpen.
Piggly Wiggly. Do we have those kind of stores around here?
Yeah, down south, right? We're around here.
I'm still wanted for holding
Down
up that
yonder.
Piggly Wiggly in Georgia. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that on the radio. I'm
we
sorry.
got sea shanties around here.
We do got some sea shanties around here. You know what else we got?
We got Road to Pointfest.
We got things happening. Some things
I'm
are
wearing
accidentally and some things are purpose.
See my shirt?
Some things are.
You guys heard of these guys?
Crystal
Lady. They're real close to you guys, aren't they? No. We're talking to a band, and they're called, we did that accidentally on purpose.
Accidentally, it was done very much on purpose. So we've had the band Accidentally on Purpose on the air with us a few times. However, this time we are celebrating victories.
Also, only one person who was here last time.
You'll have to lean into the mic a wee bit more.
All right,
there
yeah.
you go.
There you go.
I'll take this one.
There it is. What was that you were saying? I couldn't hear you with my headphones on.
I was just saying there's only one person here who was here last time.
Yeah. That's right, because Oliver wasn't here last time, and then you took his place since then.
Yeah.
Did
he
you guys
took my place and
again?
Then I took my place back.
Right.
Did you guys keep thumb wrestling for it or what?
I was talking to him at a show and he was like complaining, and I was like, he was complaining about Ben, and I was like, well, if you don't like it, then I'll just come back.
We're getting into the drama right off the bat.
Right.
I don't think it's drama. I think it's not like a.
Well, where's Ben and Brody?
Ben is in Chicago, and Brody is probably.
Hold on, let me guess. In rehab?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so that brings us to the new guy.
Yeah, Ben's at college at some college university in college.
In college.
In Chicago
University of College.
The University of College.
Oh, he went to university, eh?
Yeah.
I didn't get my grade
Chicago
11.
is. Anywhere north of here is Canada.
That's true. Yeah.
So who's the new guy?
I'm the new guy.
This
Yeah.
is the new person.
Well, we should
The new
introduce
Ben, the new
him.
Brody. He's good enough to fill both
Introducing
First time on the show, right?
Yep.
Sir Carter Noble.
places. Yep.
That's me.
He is very noble. That's why I gave him the regal entrance.
Speaking of noble,
known for
There's-
being noble in his band Noble.
right?
That's true.
Yeah,
I
Carter
am
Noble
noble.
and the Noble Nobles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
actually,
true.
that should be the next album.
Are you in noble too?
I am, in fact.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not.
You're like in every band.
I'm in 3.
Who's in more? You or Jacob?
Probably Jacob. I think Jacob's in like 4.
Okay.
He
And
needs
he's
to
not
stop.
here.
Yeah.
He must
Me
be
and
at a
Dean are
band
tied for
practice
band.
somewhere.
Well, I try to keep him as in as few bands as possible by like making
Right.
sure I get into the bands that he's in, and then making sure
He
you know
gets
what, I'm not
kicked
gonna go. I was about to stop
This is not-
myself.
this is not
I was
Big
about to
Slander
stop
hour.
myself, and then you just like continued it. I was like, you know what, this is a bad
Yeah, you
direction.
get into
and
the
then
band and
we're
you
just
make
like,
sure he gets kicked out.
I'm so sorry, Jacob. I'm sure you're watching.
We
this
love
later.
you and we
I
miss
do, in
you.
fact.
Well, the last time we had that other lineup on for Accidentally on Purpose was back in September of 2020. You guys were getting ready for Bushfest. Does that sound familiar?
Yep.
Bushfest?
Yeah.
That was the only Bushfest I've ever not played. It was fun. I
It's
enjoyed
Mr.
that.
Bushfest.
I enjoy playing Bushfest, but just that one time, it was like I just get to chill and watch
No.
all my friends be in bands.
Now, I'm going to have to call...
Isn't your name
I'm going to have to
Bush?
call him on this one
Isn't his
because
name
I had
Bush?
been to Bushfest that he didn't play. He was a wee lad at the time.
That's true. That's true. there were Bushfests that I played before I was in bands.
But once you got in a band,
Yeah.
there's only been 1 year since. Now
Yes.
I will go with that one. See, I'm here. I don't like this fake news stuff. All right, I'm here to keep the facts straight. I don't make up stuff as I go along. I'm a journalist here, right?
Yep.
Okay, so none of that's true. None of that's true.
I was
all
keeping
right,
a straight face. I was trying to maintain professionality.
I did not maintain.
And just for everyone out there in the radio land, we had introduced Carter Noble. That is the voice of Dean Bush that we are talking to now.
Short for Dean. 20. Which Bushfest is this going to be?
2022
2022. Yeah. I don't even.
That's
know.
not what we're talking about tonight, though. We're talking about the Road to Pointfest.
Yeah,
true.
This is true.
Finals,
Yep.
Session 2.
Technically, I guess the
semifinals.
Yeah, the finals of Session 2,
Right.
which are the semifinals to the last finals, which will be all the sessions coming together.
And for all
Finally.
Yeah, there's
Finally some finals
There's
that are
no music. We just all fight to the death in the Pops parking lot.
Oh, that would
Whichever
be
band
awesome.
wins,
I
it gets to play it.
You know,
I'd pay
what's the
$8
name
to
of that
see
movie? Anchorman.
Yeah.
Anchorman style.
Yep.
We watched that movie at a Jeff's house.
Yeah,
long
we did.
time ago.
Yeah, on the big outdoor
That was
TV
fun.
during
we watched
the pandemic.
Anchorman 2 though, which isn't
Yeah.
quite as good.
Well,
But it's still pretty good.
we made best use of our time we could with outdoor films. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I mean, I
talking about-
kind of do.
Well, the thing is I really
that
don't
Road
want to
to
talk
Pointfest
about Road to
thing.
Pointfest. I'd really rather just talk about
Okay.
Anchorman 2.
Okay.
So,
We can
Well,
even
last
talk about
time we
Anchorman.
talked
goes without
about
saying.
last time, and I don't know if you guys listened to the
I
last
did. You
interview.
guys
We
talked
talked about
about Godzilla.
Sasquatch.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
we
I'm
talked about
wondering if
Sasquatch.
Don Cheadle ever showed up to practice.
No,
not in a while. Not
No.
since I'm not sure if he left or we kicked him out.
We-
I was not in the band at that
he
time.
left the band in 2020. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Never showed
a
back
while.
up. Okay. There's
He
your
still posts
update.
videos of himself playing bass, so we know he's still out there making music.
Yeah. Anyway, this Road to Pointfest thing, we're really excited. We're getting to play with. Do you? I know we're playing with Crystal Lady, playing with interpersonal.
It's all right, Dean.
Sleepaway.
I know all the other bands.
Yeah, you should say it, 'cause
We're
I
playing
don't
with
remember
Crystal Lady, Sleepaway, Interpersonal, Sacrifice the Sacred, and who's the other band?
You said
See,
you
he
knew
was
all of them.
bragging. He was bragging like he knew them all.
Man, that was
You knew
good
more than
though,
I did.
Carter. You were on it. I'm just saying, first time on the air, he
The other
almost
one
got
is
them
us.
all.
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
one's us.
Oh, there you
We
go.
are also playing,
There you go.
just to make that known. We
I
are
think
playing.
I think you did that accidentally on purpose. I really did.
No slander to the other band that's playing.
I think
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
If we
Carter.
could remember you, we'd mention you. I'm sure you're
We're
very
great.
talented,
They're
and we
great.
love you.
I think now that Carter Noble is in the band, we're going to see a future podcast from him.
Yeah,
Maybe.
He looks like the
more
type of guy
professional than you.
podcast.
I've been told that I have the radio voice, so
Yeah,
That was good.
You've got a professionality about you that Dean's just lacking. I'm going to
That's
tell
sad.
you.
it's really obvious.
That's sad.
I came here to keep him under control for this interview.
And also
Well-
because Jacob's been on too many radio shows, and we had to
He doesn't
stop
need to
him.
be on the
No,
air.
that's
He's
true.
got too much power.
That's true.
We were hoping he wouldn't come in this time.
Oh, come on.
Too much.
No, to be honest,
Gotta lay
we
back a
were
little bit.
too.
We know he's watching.
We were too.
Right, you're right though. He was on with Fireside.
I already
He
had
was
to
on-
apologize when I told him that he couldn't come because, like he said, we could only bring 3 people. I'm
Oh.
sorry. We love you.
Well, and
Good call.
And it's hard because we're already sitting here laughing and talking over each other because it's fun. You get the more people you get, the more it's like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
And I'm already, I'm
you
so
get Sasquatch
confused.
talks.
Yeah,
yeah.
I get
true.
anxious in rooms full of more than like the 5 that are in here now. I had to count in my head real quick. I was like,
So whether the joke was done accidentally or on purpose, that was awesome that you forgot your own band in the list. I just want to say
It
that.
was.
Well, I mean, I know that we're playing because I'm very
just-
excited.
But as you went through the list,
if
It's
you're
humility.
the band that we didn't mention and you are currently watching this, just tell me and I will apologize profusely because I'm sure
it'll show up on
lovely.
Facebook later.
Yeah.
there you go. So
Right.
out of all
Speaking
these
of
bands,
bands,
out of all the bands you're playing with, have you heard any? How many of these bands
We
have you
played
played
with Crystal Lady at the show. I think they were the only. Was
We
there
also played with them at Red Flag, I think.
yes. That it's
So we've heard them before.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we played with them before.
was that the show that we did. Was Misplaced Religion? Misplaced
Are
Religion
they-
is the
Yeah,
last
yeah,
band
yeah,
that's
yeah,
playing.
yeah.
Are they in our session or are they in? I thought they were in the other session
That might be true.
because I know they're in the Road to Pointfest.
Ground
they're-
Control
they're-
was
they're
that band that
playing
we
the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
night
Ground
as you.
Control, Crystal Lady.
yeah,
that's
which
that one.
sadly no longer exists. They had their finale.
So
show.
other than Crystal Lady, the bands that are playing
Yeah.
with you in
We
2
saw-
weeks.
Sacrifice the
Sacred.
Sacred.
We just saw them just a couple of days ago. We
Yep.
played with our other band.
Yep.
They seem like
Um,
stiff competition or what?
Yeah, I mean they were very heavy. They were a very different vibe from us. So it's almost like there's such a different vibe that I don't feel like we're directly competing. It's just like whatever the audience likes the most.
There's a
Apples
lot of
and
a lot of
oranges.
different kind of bands playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all really like well rehearsed though, which scares me a little bit.
We're pretty well rehearsed. You know?
Well,
But they do like the
we're-
thing where they have like hits and then empty space, and we've
Yeah.
never done that. I write songs where we don't do that, so we don't have to do that.
It's
Yeah.
harder to
remember
not
where
play
we
than
are.
to play.
Yeah.
Right.
I try to add like little because doing jazz stuff, like you trying to learn how to like set up hits and
You know,
stuff.
broof
so
it
I-
up.
Yeah, that's what I tried to broof it up last night, and then I threw my freaking stick across the room.
For all of you guys out there that don't know what the verb "broof" means, that would be referring to Bill Broof.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, of King
Nice.
Crimson and of Yes fame.
I had
I love
already
it.
Googled it and got put on 3 lists.
I love it.
I don't even know what's going on here.
We're getting into the Prague.
Oh, sorry, that's Booth.
We got Prague in town this weekend.
Oh yeah, what
Nectar.
Prague is? Oh yeah, that's
Nectar's
right. Wild
in town.
Theater. That's
Yeah.
right.
What?
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
tonight
yes.
and tomorrow night.
By the way, one advantage is selling lots of tickets to Pointfest, Road to Pointfest. And you guys probably have a link somewhere where they can, do
Yep,
that.
I have to find it. 'Cause
And,
Be on the internet.
we do have a link
Well,
at
we've done,
cottonmouth.org
like-
for that.
Yeah.
And when you go there, you just type in, what is it, like the coupon box or whatever band you're buying the tickets from.
Yep.
Yep, and then it'll give you an option to buy for that band, so it'll give you money towards that band specifically.
And we
Right.
like money. So.
Yeah, we like
so
money.
These,
Right.
they're
that's
trying
odd
to
that
catch
you
me
like
up on
money.
the technicalities of it a little bit because I kind of stopped existing for a couple weeks.
Yep.
But I'm back in
Okay.
it now, so we're good.
You're kind of like Bigfoot or Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
get it,
just
man.
fall out of existence.
No, I get it. You were only here for my entertainment. If I close my eyes, you're all gone.
Yep.
It's true for me.
Open my
That's-
eyes, you're back.
Speaking of
There you go.
entertainment, we got some we need to go down. It's already underway.
Oh my
downtown
gosh,
here.
it is
Yeah.
getting later.
Sea Shanty Sing Along already started at Morrison's Irish Pub. We got the open mic later at Ragin Cajun. The Warehouse Project at Fast Eddie's tonight. Open mic already started out at Baker's and Hale with Everhart and Light started at 5. Karaoke with DJ Tony at 8 at Martin's Tunes down in Wood River. Robbie Miles up in Jerseyville at George's Local Brew from 7 to 10. Here's what I was talking about. Nectar's Vinyl Sides Live Tour, 7:30, night number 1 at the Wildy Theater. And tonight, they got a special thing going on where it's a charity. And the charity is called Play It Forward. Ever hear that?
Oh, I'm
And what-
unaware of it, but it
what-
sounds cool.
What they do is they collect instruments for underprivileged children to get them involved in music. And so you can bring
good
some of
cause.
that stuff to the show tonight and donate. Old trombone laying around, who'd have one of those,
Oh man, if I
Yeah.
did,
right? Anything like that, yeah. So if you're heading up that way, good chance to help out a good cause.
if
there.
I had a trombone laying around, it would be smart for me to give it to him because you had a trombone at your house. I tried to play it and I almost passed out.
I know.
That is not as easy as what it seems like it would be.
It doesn't
Yeah.
seem easy.
Well,
But
Jake
you
is
just,
full of hot
you
air,
just
though,
do
so-
this until
Yeah.
you get the right note. It's
Yeah.
not like you got to know the right combination on. You just.
I feel like that'd be harder. I mean, because it's just like you don't like know specifically right where it's at.
Yeah.
It's just whatever sounds
You
good.
get in the
Yeah, that's
ballpark.
true.
You get in the general,
Yeah.
area, and you're
I've
like,
heard-
it's good enough.
I've heard twice on this show now from trombone players. The toughest part is you eventually wear out. There's nothing you can do about it. You
Yeah.
can't build up your lips.
Well, Jacob plays trombone,
Yeah.
and he has for a while.
Yeah.
We've been trying to start a ska band, but it's just
He's-
it's not working
no.
out.
Yeah,
would that be
it's
a
just
good
the
idea?
chops. Like you just start running out of air, and your
Yeah.
jaw gets loose.
I'd love to start a ska band.
That'd be awesome.
So yeah, you need a break. You're a
you
trombone
go.
player. Laney and Julie started at 6, going to 9 at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. Mo Pleasure underway already at Patrick's in Granite City. Steve Klein underway at the Prairie Inn in Dorsey. And here's our buddy from Bethalto, Mike Judy, presents The Amity of Fiction with special guest Archetypes Collide, the Seafloor Cinema. This is sold out. 7:30 at the Old Rock House tonight in St. Louis. That guy's out of
is
Bethalto.
yeah, Judy's been doing a lot over there, and I've been noticing sold out on more and more of his shows. So,
Right, and not
good
just
job.
there, but in Kansas City as well.
Oh, is he
Did you know
working
that?
Kansas
Yep,
City now? I
yep.
didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Good for Mr. Judy coming out of Bethalto.
Yes, it is.
Wow, so that's a pretty decent little Thursday night we got going on in
Just
the River
remember
Bend
the future,
area.
Pigpen. Remember the future.
Remember the future?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember the future like it was tomorrow.
They're going to be remembering that at the Wild Eagle.
future. Push and pee.
I'm so confused.
Ah.
Like, I
You,
just
you
don't
ain't
even-
you ain't spun
I would
some
never forget
spun
Future,
some
I'm
nectar
sorry.
in your life, man. That's a
Yeah.
psychedelic
Yes,
band right
yes.
there.
I have spun some nectar. I believe I have some nectar on vinyl, which is
Remember the future
vinyl.
would be a good one.
There you go, man. Like I said, I remember it like it's tomorrow.
I like Journey to the Center of the Eye. Journey to the Center of the Eye.
That would be. We should make.
Speaking of original music, you guys jabbered a little bit about this concept album the last time you were in. Now, I just wanted to point out
we
that.
had
that-
for a very long time.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
what-
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was just going to point out that's a Nectar thing.
Yeah.
And you guys was about Mars. Well, they write about astronauts who give humans, alien astronauts that is, who give humans knowledge. That's a common theme
Interesting.
in their concepts.
So
And
do
yours
they write
was-
several concepts in a concept album in a row?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's
Most
like
most of
Coheed
their
Cambria
albums
does
are that. Yeah. usually about free knowledge to humans from some type of being that you.
That's always a common theme. Didn't Rush do something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Sort of
Yeah,
in
why
that
not?
ballpark.
I'm so sorry. I haven't listened to Rush in a while.
No, that's like the plot of 2112, right?
Yeah, I mean they're in the future and then
They find music,
yeah.
which was lost.
There's
That's
a great
sad.
moment
That
on
is
that
very
album
sad.
where-
Alex
Where,
Lifeson has to learn how to play guitar.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a great
so learn
moment
how
on
to play guitar
2112 where Alex Lifeson plays the worst guitar part you've ever heard.
Right,
But
yeah.
it works.
Tuning.
Yeah, it works in the concept.
I don't know. I mean,
Because the guy doesn't know how to play guitar
But
either.
the first time I ever listened to that, I laughed really hard because it's very funny sounding.
I think so.
To hear a guy who plays that well screw it up, it's
son.
probably
Yeah.
hard. It's probably hard for him to play bad. That's
Yeah.
probably tougher than ripping.
Yeah, it's hard to play bad once you know an instrument.
It would be really hard for me
you
to play
would
bad.
you would think so, but
Mr. Ego
people
over
who think
there.
that wouldn't have been at our practice last night.
Hey, scoot over, make some more room for Mr. Noble's head. Oh no, I'm just
Yeah, that's Journey to the Center of the Eye by Nectar that does the astronaut, right? He gets
Yeah.
the knowledge from the ET, and then later they do one, Remember the Future, which is the album most people remember from this band. That's a blind boy that gets knowledge from an ET.
Interesting.
Yeah, so just changing it up a bit.
So we were going to talk about the Mars album. Is that something you'd like to talk about
yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Because I remember last
Trying
time
to
we were
bring
here,
up ETs.
we had written 2 songs for it,
right?
and we made very little progress for a very long time. And then since then, we've written quite a few more songs.
Yeah, we've got-
It
playing.
is pretty close to being done.
Yeah, I think
writing-wise.
we've like kind of outlined
Yeah.
how many songs we want to have on it. I think we have 5 out of 9 done.
Yes,
It's-
and
it's
then the
getting
rest
there.
of them are definitely in progress.
Yeah, progress.
Nice, nice.
boom, boom.
And I mean, changing members in between that had to
Yeah.
delay things a little bit.
Yeah, although I feel like I mean,
Back to you though. Were you already familiar with some of the stuff?
yeah, I mean, I didn't really miss anything, honestly. Things happened, obviously. I wasn't meaning to say nothing happened, but I was showing up to these practices because
Okay.
I was just like, I just wanted to hang out.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I never I left, but
you never really left.
I didn't come. To
You were
every
like
practice.
Sid Barrett, just sitting off in the corner, and they
Yeah,
were
except
writing.
he got better.
Okay, yeah, he got better.
I was,
so true.
I
Is
was
that true?
picturing it more like he's that girlfriend who says she broke up but then doesn't go away.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
pretty much exactly what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were practicing at Oliver's house, and
Hey, speaking of Sid Barrett,
so
Yeah,
they
go
wrote
back to that.
They wrote a good half of this song "Rocket Summer" that we play now. They wrote a good half of that over at Oliver's house, and props to him. I did like steal pretty much all the
half
parts.
of that is like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I did steal pretty much all the parts that he wrote for that song. And then the second half of it was something that we wrote after he left. So it's kind of 2 songs meshed together into one, and then it's like 12 minutes long, I think.
Yeah,
It's getting-
10
it
to
gets longer
12,
every
depending
time
on
we
how
play it.
long.
Yeah,
the-
it started out like 9 minutes long, and there's a middle section that's just kind of improvisation.
It just gets longer every time we play it.
Yeah, improvisatory.
That's the best way for it to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Say that again, slow and sultry. No,
improvisatory.
I was thinking it gets longer every time we played it, but
I didn't
whatever.
want to say. I knew what you meant, and I didn't want to say that. I was going to misunderstand you accidentally on purpose.
You bushes are all the same.
Is that true?
All right.
Actually, is true.
Whoa!
Well,
you
yeah.
got quiet. That was
Yeah. So this road to Pointfest, that is coming up. What's the date on that show?
April 9th.
April
We
9th.
didn't discuss who was going to say it, so we all said it
We
at the
all
same
said
time.
it.
I like
We
it
know
in
it.
unison. There we go.
Sounds like a conspiracy right there.
So April 9th, and that is at Pops.
Yes, it is.
How much are the tickets?
$6, right? I was hoping that would be right, because if it was more, then I'd just be like embarrassing.
Yep.
If it was less, that'd be awesome, but if it's more, then I'm a little screwed.
$6. However, the finals, when they fight to death, I'm expecting the price
Right.
to go up, and
Right.
I'd pay more than
be a fight.
$6 for that. So.
I feel like just looking at the bands, I think Crystal Lady could beat me up, but at least their drummer looks like he could beat me up.
The bass
Oh,
players,
the singer could
tough.
take it.
Dylan.
Singer could take
I'll
it.
take Dylan.
Everyone in Crystal Lady, pretty much everyone in every band playing
Any
could beat
Italian
me up.
woman could stomp me to the curb.
Stop! No, don't say that.
Yeah, not on the air.
I would also pay money to see that. I mean, of course, I'm easily entertained. So, now this is going to be a lot of fun. What I would have loved about this road to Pointfest is how many bands from this side of the river not only made it in, but stuck around for a
Yeah.
minute, because I mean, that road to Pointfest has been going on for years, and they don't give this side of the river as much love usually as what they've done this year. So congrats to them for paying attention, and congrats to all you young kids, you young whippersnappers, for having bands that are worthy of getting in.
We invented the band in 2007.
Yeah, unfortunately, when we invented the band, their music had not been invented yet because, you know, so when we'd get together and we'd just kind of sit around. But, you know, sometime later when Ampere came around, they invented music, so now bands could play music, which was
last time.
Quite an interesting development.
Before this band got together in 2002, people had instruments, but they never played them together. Nobody thought about it. Yeah,
I caught that last
You guys really have moved things forward.
Revolutionary.
And congratulations to Fireside and The Intrusion. Those are the two bands from Alton. They advanced one round, and now they're out, but you guys are the one left.
And I'm not entirely sure where Euphoria is from, but I know the Euphoria
St.
bass
Louis
player.
is what they told us.
Yeah, the Euphoria bass player is currently playing with The Intrusion.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So Euphoria moved on. I'm right about this, right? Euphoria moved on to the next round.
You got it.
Yeah. I believe they said they were from St. Louis or somewhere over there.
That's what they told us. But the bass
I
player,
don't believe them. I don't believe them when they said that.
He is correct about the bass player. He pointed that out while he was here.
Yeah.
He was taking on his own band, as a matter of fact. In that round. I'm pretty sure.
If you live in St. Louis, though, why would you drive all the
He
way
wins
here?
no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some bands do. Some bands
strange.
love us. Okay.
Yeah.
And they just come and want to snuggle up to Pigpen. They do. They start purring and stuff. You ought to see it. He has to calm them down.
Very lovable.
You got something to say, Carter?
It is kind of weird.
Somebody love me,
a lot of bands in Road to the Pointfest that have they share a lot of members in common, so it's kind of weird to see like a conflict of interest.
It's very incestuous.
We have a word for that.
Well, yeah, Jacob was in it for us, and then he was also in it for...
Like 3 times?
Yeah, he was in it for Fireside, and then also for Synapses.
Yeah, we better bring that up.
And there you go. So
if anybody had a chance at winning, it would be him.
He's playing the odds, though, man.
Yeah,
He's playing the number
plays
game
all
there.
sides, so he always comes on top.
Him or the bass player from
Easy.
Intrusion.
This is a family
He's got
show.
a shot. So
If you didn't say it, it would have been bad. It's all your
It
fault.
wasn't weird until you made it weird.
the bass players have the best shot, it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
they're in
I
multiple bands.
Yeah, well,
Bass players are like...
Yeah, here we go with the bass player.
There's a lot of...
You'll be talking about your father now. Be careful.
There's a lot of bands, but I feel like there's not enough bass players to go around all those bands.
see, there's always drummers with our generation. There
We
must be
just-
more drummers around now.
The guy that was hanging around practice was a bass player.
Yeah.
And we're like, righty, we'll be good.
Right. There's only 4 strings, man. You can figure this out.
But you guys play way more complicated music than that. Right knee wouldn't work for you guys.
Pretty psychedelic.
Yeah.
We like to make people float to
No.
our music.
Yes.
I think one thing that makes Excellently on Purpose musically good as a band is we're not afraid to try stupid things in our songs, and some of our songs have very stupid things, but it works.
Right.
Yeah.
Not afraid
Stupid
of-
things that we enjoy doing and that we make you enjoy listening to.
Yep.
Hopefully. We're going to make you enjoy it.
Yeah.
We're going to hold you at gunpoint and say you will enjoy this.
Your fans must be very submissive.
and not very well armed.
So
There would be a fight. So there you go. I like the idea of getting weird in songs.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how high the watermark of weird gets, it never gets high enough.
A lot
for
of
me.
it's very thematic for us, I think. We like to... I don't know if it was intentional, but it's just something that's kind of happened that way. I feel like lyrics tend to come first for us, and then the music is trying to support the lyrics and make the music... Or, you know, make the lyrics come out and be understood. So in Rocket Summer, there's this whole section...
you had a hair on you.
Sick. In Rocket
Dude,
Summer...
why did you take that off? That was a favorite thing that was happening right now. I was watching it dangle. I can see a little light shimmering off of
I
it.
really
Man.
wanted Dean to look presentable for this gig, and I'm sure this
It was
this
tripping
interview
me
here,
out, and now it's
and
gone.
I'm really glad that you did not wear a Star Wars shirt. I'd
Okay,
like to
so
say.
Carter came out of the gate flying.
Shirts about Star Wars on them.
I don't. I really don't.
Carter come out of the gate flying, but he's dropping back now a little bit. Into the back.
Yeah, he's losing points by doing
First
getting
time
weird.
here. First time here. Give him a break.
All right,
Yeah,
so
rookie status. Oh, should
First
we?
rate.
I just wanted to finish that thought. Is just
good
that,
luck.
Sorry, there's very little to the thought left. I was almost
Okay.
done.
Was there very much to the thought to begin with?
But I was just like the lyrics kind of point to something psychedelic going down, and not just. I don't want to like talk about exactly what it is, but just so you can maybe interpret it for yourself. But it inspired us to make a section that was psychedelic.
Yep.
So
Love it.
it's
Love it.
part of the Martian Chronicles, though.
Yes.
Okay. Just
Yeah,
checking.
we have to kind of rename some things
Yeah.
to avoid copyright.
Because that was a book written by.
It's a book.
Yeah, I
Getting
remember
sued by the estate of Ray Bradbury would be
Working
horrible.
title.
It'd be
That
embarrassing.
would be the peak of my career.
Because we also love him.
have you ever heard of H.P. Lovecraft?
Yes. I
So
have a book.
that's the
Yeah.
book.
That's
It's
the next
also
concept album,
a
actually.
band who just stole a psychedelic band who just stole his
Well-
name in the 60s
yeah.
Well, the
and
thing
just
is
said,
that-
"Oh, we're going to be H.P. Lovecraft."
Okay, if it was in the 60s, I could see that, but
We're just trying to cover our grounds and be careful.
100 years for something to be in the public domain, right?
So
Yeah.
let me ask you,
I think
Dina,
it's
what is the
50.
name of the book you have by H.P.
I have a book called The Call of Cthulhu.
Okay.
And it is
Call of
a
Cthulhu.
collection of short stories.
There's the H.P. Lovecraft is a fairly weird individual.
I think
and
my
that's-
favorite story right now is Dagon. That's one of my favorites.
There you go.
It's a fish god.
Fish guy.
Slippery slope there.
Indeed.
The cover
much
glows in
like-
the dark.
Much like the bass player of Yes. A
Right.
fish god.
The fish god.
Chris Squire?
Yeah. The bass player of Yes, the fish god.
Chris
You know.
Squire.
There you go.
So true.
So
true.
so tomorrow,
Right?
Took a bath, I said I
Friday?
felt
tomorrow is a
April.
very important day.
April Fool's.
It is the day of the fool.
I'm not fooling around, though, with these bands that are playing.
I am going to be fooling around all day. So, but let's go down this list. See, now before we go down this list, I got to say, Mr. Carter Noble reached over and snatched a hair off of Mr. Dean's chin, and now I can see one floating off my mic. Did you throw that at me?
Oh,
Yeah.
That was actually our.
I moved it with my
Weird.
mind.
good throw,
That is
actually.
awesome.
He was using,
That was a spectacular throw.
yeah, he used the Force, I'm pretty sure, because he was talking about Star Wars.
I think I'm
at
just
the time.
balding, so it's just like, I don't know.
He used the Schwartz. All right, so let's talk about April 1st. What is happening around our
Graham
area?
Crackers is playing. Was that-
Love me some graham
Was that-
crackers.
Was that April Fool's or not?
That is a cracker named Graham. So, yeah, Mr. Graham Pagano with the Graham Band going to be down at Chez, Maryland tomorrow evening. We got the pianos going at the Ragin, Cajun every Friday night. That happens. And then down at Fast Eddie's Bon Air, we got Borderline happening from 7:30 till 11:30. Rick Forsee?
Yeah, he's
go.
psychic.
Is he a psychic? Yeah, okay.
Look at his name,
He's
Rick
Forsee.
Forsee.
He can foresee it. The Rick Forsee Band is going to tell you your future from 7 to 11. That's happening at the VFW in Alton on Friday evening. Soulshine Groove, 7 p.m. out at Baker's and Hale in Godfrey. And then 9th Street Surfers. There's a new one. I've not heard of this band
Yeah,
yet.
played
so.
a few times.
Okay, man, my first time taking note of them, but I like it. The 9th Street Surfers, 7 p.m. at the Moose in Wood River. Dave Caputo Band. That's going on at Martin's Tunes and Eats starting at 8 p.m. on Friday evening. And then Steve Mellas has an open mic night down in Grafton at the Hawg Pit, while Carl and Stick Scott will be going on at the loading dock
Yeah,
in
they're
Grafton.
getting underway in Grafton, loading dock.
It is starting to open up down there. Still a little too cold for me as of this evening, but we're getting there. What else we got going on? Pontoon Beach down at Deutz Village Inn, where we hear is a serious party every
Good
time
time.
they're going on. They got the Down and Dirty Band going on until midnight tomorrow night.
Yep.
And then, where are we at? Granite City, we got Steel Creek at Patrick's.
Yep.
We've got Scott and Michelle Acoustic at Jacob Meyer. So if you were in Granite City, there's a lot of action going on there.
Right, 10 String Dream, 6 to 9 at Old Herald in Collinsville on Friday. Back to Nectar, again, 8 o'clock at the Wild Eat Theater in Edwardsville. And, that's a bunch of original members, which doesn't always happen when some of those older bands come back.
Right.
You got Derek Moore, the bass player and the vocalist, and Ron Howden, the drummer. But check this guy out.
Ron Howard, man, he was on like Happy Days and
So way back in the 70s, 1971, when this band was formed, they have like a whole crew that's part of the band.
right.
Like Mick Brockett. He's a visual concept.
Oh, I love it already. That's psychic. That's gonna be trippy, right there.
And that's what I'm saying. These guys have been doing psychedelic and trippy stuff
Yeah.
visually.
Right.
And they've got an entire light crew, and they still do it.
I heard that these guys actually attended some of their members had attended the early electric Kool-Aid acid test. Actually, before they were even the Kool-Aid acid
They
test, they were the
started it.
Kesey years, when it was just the. They'd put it in venison and stuff like that instead of Kool-Aid. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, they
I
were in
read about
England,
that.
so some
I
other
don't know.
stuff might have been going on that I
I
haven't
don't
heard
know.
about. Because Sid Barrett was over there, too.
Yeah,
And he created music, but he created video first. He created music to his videos.
he went to film school,
Mm-hmm.
and he only made Pink Floyd to put some sound to the movies he was making, and wow, that turned out really well for everybody but him.
So the light man, Pete Lango, been there since 1974. He's going to be there.
Nice.
So yeah, Nectar at Wild E.
There you go.
Skylark Brothers at the Stagger Inn 5 to 8. Laney and Julie 7 to 11 at the Moose in Edwardsville. Acoustic DNA at Big Daddy's from 6 to 9. Go ahead.
We got Upstage Production has Gilligan's Island of Death Murder Mystery Dinner.
All right.
And that is $55 a person, happening at the Bella Vista Winery in Maryville. So there's one of those. I've actually done those like back in the day. Remember when there was boats down on the river?
There's
right
no
by
boats there anymore?
Well, you know, like if you
Different
go to,
boats.
it's all gambling boats now.
Oh, okay.
It used to be like
Pontoons aren't allowed.
well, I'm talking about in front of the arch down there
Oh,
at
okay,
St. Louis.
okay.
They had the big boat down there that always did the dinner mystery murders like that back when I was a kid. That stuff's fun. So there you go. Get out to the where it is, Bella Vista Winery
Yeah, if you want to see Gilligan Island.
at Gilligan's Island of Death, dude.
Murder.
Let's not act like it's just going to be
Yeah,
know
it's
Thurston Howell.
I ain't gonna be him.
No, all
It's
right.
totally Ginger.
Oh, Ginger or Marianne?
Nah,
Both.
Marianne's making pies. Ginger's, yeah, you know, he's up to something. Edwin Linson, 6 o'clock at the Cabin at Judy Creek on Friday, and Glen Carbon, Short Miss, 6:30 at the Unwinds Salon, Spa, and Lounge. And
Wow.
you can do all that. in
You
one
can
place.
get a short mist while you're at the Unwind Salon.
Festivals have started, Pigpen. There's one for you right there.
There we go. It is the Dark Hollow Bluegrass Festival. That's a 2-day festival. It's going on Friday and Saturday, and that's happening in Waterloo, Illinois. And it's just an address, so I don't have it on here. I don't
Yeah.
know. There it is, 6518 Brand Lake Drive in Waterloo. And there's a lot of great bands playing both nights.
Got Pickin' Buds on Friday at 7. CJ, how do you say that one? Lewandowski
Yep.
of Pole Ramblin' Boys. That's what he's from. And then Saturday, a bunch more. We'll get to that in a minute. Mike Judy back at it on Friday night. This time, Red Flag, Knocked Loose, Movements, Kubla Khan, and Koya. Sold out, $27.50 a piece for those tickets.
And it's again
There
sold
you go.
out, man.
There you go.
Mike Judy's just killing it. Tearing it up there. That is a nice Saturday evening. Lots of stuff going on there.
Booking shows, man.
Hey man, good for him. And I didn't realize he had expanded to Kansas City. So
yeah.
there you go. All of you bands out there that are
You need to know Mike Judy.
are looking.
gotta get him on.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're looking to get on the road and do some stuff. I would say contact Mike Judy.
Yeah, we'll try to contact him.
Yeah,
get him on.
we're
and,
definitely gonna have to get him on. So
see if
there
he
you go.
wants some help.
Why don't we, before we get back to the Accidentally on Purpose band, let's just run through this Saturday because I just want to be done, man. There's too much to read. You know how it hurts
It
me.
is.
Now, this is great.
You're
I'm
just
so happy
excited.
to have this much to read because
You're
there for a
excited.
minute it was getting pretty thin a couple of years back.
Yep. Leadfoot, 9 o'clock on Saturday at Third Shoot. Still looking for talent down at Chez, Maryland's. Piano's 9 o'clock at Ragin' Cajun. Naked Soul 2 to 6. Borderline 7:30 at Fast Eddie's. And Alton Kingdom Brothers 5 to 9 at Chubby's on Saturday in Alton.
And we got Pat Liston
Yeah.
happening at Baker's and Hale Saturday night starting at 7 p.m.
Lazy Lester, 8 o'clock at the Clifton Terrace in Godfrey. Soulshine Groove out at Locke's Brick House in Bethalto from 8 to 11. And Gypsy Soul at the Pump House starting at 9 in Wood River.
Then we got DJ Trisco happening from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's at the franchise in Wood River. And then what is this? Rolly Overmeyer, 2 to 5 p.m. And then Cabin Fever, 8 p.m. to midnight. That's going on at Martin's Tunes and Eats. Good for them. They're getting more and more music down there at
They
Martin's.
have to. It's Tunes and Eats.
It is Martin's Tunes and Eats. They better bring some tunes.
Imagine if they didn't have bands or even a jukebox.
We got a jukebox.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool
hey,
place to play.
I was going to say, just happy to
place to
have
go to watch
somebody
Martin.
that excited about bringing music in. So there you go.
And if you want to get in there, you just go down to their open mic on Sundays.
That's right. Got
Anyway.
Bob Leon going on 7 to 10 p.m. at George's local brew up in Jerseyville. And then our good buddy, Big George Brock Jr. and his NGK band's happening down at the Grafton Winery. That's happening 3 to 7 p.m. on Saturday. Yacht Rockers doing it at the loading dock, 3 to 7 also. That's
Makes
happening
total sense.
Saturday PM. Well, that seems like the right band for that place. We are the Yacht Rockers.
Justice STL 9:30 at Patrick's in Granite City. Flipside at Hooch and 16s in Granite City at 8 o'clock. And I want to give congratulations to the owner, Christine, who is going to retire after 28 years at Hooch and 16. So
Really?
yeah.
Well, good for
And
you.
hopefully the new owners continue bringing bands in there.
I am hoping the same, man. We need all these venues we can get, and we need all these great bands filling them up.
2 more shows for Nectar on Saturday. One at 2
That's a lot of
o'clock.
nectar.
It is.
I need a nectar collector.
Those guys are probably toting a lot of psychedelics with them for 3 days worth.
I can only imagine.
2 p.m. and 8 p.m. at the Wild E Theater in Edwardsville, and they have a brand new album called The Other Side.
And they're going to eat their body weight in mushrooms before they go on stage. No, I don't know if that's
All speculation.
Allegedly.
That's just shout out to the Nectar fans.
Third eye will be open, squeegeed, open as could be.
All right.
There we go.
Lanny and Julie be chilling at the Foundry in Edwardsville, too.
Wow, while Nectar's doing that, Lady and Jilly's going to be cute. I'm sorry.
You can't handle it? Go to see
There you
Lanny
go.
and
No,
Julie.
that's awesome. Lanny and Julie, they will be at the Foundry in Edwardsville. 2 p.m. that starts on Saturday.
Jim McLaren, 7 to 10 at Global Brew House in Edwardsville on Saturday. The Skylark Brothers at Reese's Brewery in Edwardsville on Saturday. Cross the Line Duo at the Cabin at Judy Creek and Glen Carbon. Hunter Peebles, 1 to 4 at Edley's Barbecue in Glen Carbon. Casper and the Captain, 7 to 11 at Red's Tavern in Bunker Hill. Vintage Brotherhood, 6 o'clock at the Prairie Inn in Dorsey. Who are these guys? Hookie.
Hookie Monster.
Yeah, doing the Wild Pickens Winery on Saturday from 6 to 9. You should check this band out, the Pry Project.
They sound right up my alley.
They are right up your alley.
I like fried stuff.
At least the pictures. I haven't heard it, but they're trying for that, what you like. 8 o'clock at Roosters in Staunton. American Originals up in Staunton as well from 8 to 11 at the Concordia Hall. And there's your Bluegrass Festival.
Here we go. It is the second day of the Dark Hollow Bluegrass Festival going on in Waterloo, Illinois. What a lineup they got going on here.
This
They
is
got
nice.
one-way traffic, killing it. River Bend, Bailey Bigger, the Screeching Halts, Scrambled, Pickin' Buds, As the Crow Flies, Silver Creek, Ruby Lay, I'm not sure.
That's Ruby Lee.
Ruby Lee, she's a youngster that's really...
Out of Nashville?
Yeah, and she's had a good little Dolly Parton thing going on last time I saw her. However, I heard she's dove into the Billy Strings thing, so hopefully she's getting nice and weird at this
She's
point
getting some
already.
streams. So
There we go. And then also Barnum Jack. That is going on from noon until midnight, and that is once again 6518 Brand Lake Drive in Waterloo. It is a $30 suggested donation. No power, however, there is camping available.
Right.
So
then in St. Louis, Saturday, the Hurricanes, 7 o'clock at Pop's Blue Moon.
the Hurricanes. There you go, man. Fine Saturday evening. Plenty to do. Don't let me hear you say there's nothing going on.
to do around here, Pigpen.
You're just not trying.
Every kind of food you can possibly eat and a bunch of live music. How boring is this place? You guys ever hear that around town?
I not anymore
No.
because people know I won't take it. I'll throw this at them. I'll roll it up and beat them like a dog that's just done their duty on my carpet. No, that's not even true. What I will do if someone says that is I'll take their face and rub it in this like, oh no, I don't know what I'll do.
I
won't
feel
do
like
any
there's
of
more
that.
to do here than there are in the directly surrounding towns. I don't know. There's stuff to do in Bethalto.
Well,
Cool.
so we're with this list we are covering this side of the river from Grafton, on upwards past Bethalto. However, when we have the St. Louis bands, like you brought up Euphoria, when the St. Louis bands come over and hear us read this list, they say, "You've got more going on than we got going on in St. Louis."
That's something special.
Yeah.
And that's because we're trying. No,
Plus, the cool thing about this side is you can kind of travel around, which older bands will tell you is a cool thing because people get used to seeing you in one location. They just go, I'll wait till the next time.
Yeah.
right? But if you're bouncing around to all these other places,
If
that's
you're
a
in
lot of next
Belleville
times.
one weekend, and you can move around a little bit more. So yeah, like I say, we get a lot of St. Louis bands that when they hear this list go, wow, there's not that many gigs to choose from over there. So be proud of our.
Yeah, and we're missing a bunch. I mean, once we start getting too far outside, I just kind of concentrate on the bands who send me stuff, and bands we know.
Usually as the summer ramps up, the pages grow. So there you go. And all you bands that are out there realize that Dennis here is nice enough. He lists all this on cottonmouth.org. So whether you want to know what's going on, you're just someone looking for a place to party. If you're a band, there's links to all of these places. You go to cottonmouth.org and he has links to all these places. You want to get a gig? Click the link. Get a gig. There's links to all the bands if you're looking to hook up with other bands to play shows, or if you're a venue owner, looks for the bands. So he's nice enough to put links to all this stuff. I would suggest if you want gigs that you use them, but totally your call.
Yeah,
do what you want.
And honestly, just to get right down to the transparency of it all, it makes it real easy for me to update each week. Now that I got that giant list, I just click on it
and see what's happening.
And I hit every one of them every week. Takes about 4 hours over a couple of days, and then, every time you get on and start looking around, other stuff starts popping up, and I go in this, down the rabbit hole type.
There's
YouTube
always a
experience.
snake bite video one click away,
Right,
and you don't want to do it, but you can't help it. You're like, oh, a black mamba, I wonder if they're friendly. Click, they're not friendly, oh my God. So yeah,
That's why we know
you gotta
that
concentrate on what it is you're doing on the internet. Stick to the hub, or whatever it is you're on.
Imitation of myself. You know what that is? Imitation of myself?
Imitation of myself. An imitation.
Quiz.
What's that?
It's a quiz.
Okay. I thought this was like
it's the name of an album by Hideous Gentleman.
There we go.
That's how you find that stuff out.
Quizzical.
Michelle Smith was nice enough to send me a link to that today, and I thought it was a direct question. What would be an imitation of myself? And what I was about to say should not be on the radio. So there you go. Hey, let's get back to our guests here.
I got questions.
Okay.
I do.
Let's do it.
So, like the last time you guys were on here, that was back in September of 2020.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And I was going to ask you this question last time. I don't know if you know it, but you were actually on in April of 2022. I played a live recording of the Happy Trails.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah, we were in the middle of the thing that happened.
Yeah.
And there was no live music except for places that were really daring, like where the mayor's wife went. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I remember that.
Yeah, we're getting into controversy because the question I'm about to ask you guys, I seen a post back when this happened. You guys were very sad when McDonald's burnt.
That's true.
Oh my God!
We were very big fans of the downtown McDonald's.
So the thing is we play out late a lot. And there aren't a whole lot of places that are open all that late.
Yeah.
And they were like one of the only, local fast food joints that was open 24 hours.
Yeah.
So they were very important to us. And
it's either that or it was, Jack in the Box.
Or Taco Bell.
Yeah. Taco the Bell. Or
Taco Bell, depending on how late.
Name.
But we would do gigs until like 11:30 or something, like 11:30 or midnight, and that taco or that McDonald's was open 24 hours. We could go after we finished a gig and got back in town at midnight or 1 a.m. or whatever. Just go through the drive-thru, get your free fries on Friday. It was a big deal.
Yeah,
for
it was
us.
a major part of the community.
It was, yeah.
See now back in
I follow people.
I'm going to get old here. Now, back in my day, kids, we used to have a guy named Jose.
Oh, yeah.
The food truck man. And
Jesus.
Jesus. I'm sorry, did I say Jose? I had it all wrong. I love Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Please.
Come on.
Sorry. Jesus.
Okay, that's okay. You get all the bands.
Spelled Jesus. There you go. So, Jesus was a great food truck guy. He was always outside the bars when you finished playing. He would serve you this great food truck food meal right there. You didn't have to go to McDonald's. You didn't have to go anywhere. You walk out of the bar, he would be waiting for you. I miss him. So what I'm saying to all you food truck people listening is you're missing out on a late night opportunity. That dude made a killing whenever he would. You got to work that like 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. slot. You'll kill it.
Yep.
Nowadays we just go to Waffle House.
Yeah. We just hit Waffle House in like Granite City or whatever.
Well,
I mean, think about
I'm
it.
so
You're in your
sorry.
food truck.
It's
you
good.
get on cottonmouth.org and you just start going through the list.
There you
moving
go.
to each place and seeing where the crowd's at.
You know what? That's a
You
great
waiting to
idea.
Ambush accidentally on purpose.
Yeah, find out where we're gonna be and say, hey, you want some tacos?
Right.
And we would say yes.
That's
We
how
would.
Jesus did it.
Jacob wouldn't, but we would.
I think he would.
He doesn't like tacos.
Oh, well, he doesn't often say no to food.
Bad
Well,
practice.
he also is really picky.
Yeah, that's true.
Chicken tenders only.
Yeah, chicken tenders and plain
How
hamburgers.
about a chicken tender taco?
Ooh.
See?
I like the ones
Jesus,
they have a chicken pig.
Jesus had some magic going, though.
Has he had those
he
fried
didn't know.
tacos that...
He didn't. He
Just show up all of a sudden.
Something Morales.
He does not like lettuce or cheese.
So they.
I think Jesus does like lettuce.
You know, real quick, because we're just going to ramble for the next 15 minutes.
Rest in peace.
Let's finish this, man.
Rest in peace, Jesus.
I didn't know you weren't done. I'm so sorry.
I thought, to be honest, I thought we were, and I said, let's get back to you guys to ramble, and then I just looked down and went, oh, crikey, crikey, I say.
2 pages of Sunday.
Real? No
I
way.
mean, that's just Sunday. Well, some of them we're going to
There
skip.
you go.
'cause
All
I
right.
keep the link there. but
Let's run through the Sunday and be done with the business.
April 3rd, like 2 days after April Fool's Day, and people are still partying. Naked Soul 1 to 5 and Warehouse Project 6 to 10 at Past Eddie's on Sunday. Singer-songwriters open mic showcase hosted by Lisa Everhart and Sarah Shumaki and Paul Light 2 to 5 at Baker's and Hale and Godfrey on Sunday.
Got Tall Trees 4 p.m. at Chez, Marilyn on Sunday.
Now wait a minute, did we do Cottage Hills Wrestling?
No, but Tall Trees was above the one you did. You kind of skipped over it.
I see it.
I was going back.
Yeah, because that's Jumpin' Johnny.
Is that Jumpin' Johnny? I
And
didn't
his,
know.
and his
Total-
new wife, who I've not met, so I would say her name, but do you know Jumpin' Johnny's new wife?
I met her at Trinity River Fest last year, but I don't remember
don't
right off the
remember
bat.
anything, no.
I can't remember my own wife's name. Come on, man.
You don't know. We'll have a band right in front of you, and you can't remember their names. So.
I do. Their
We have a very memorable name, honestly.
accents of porcupines.
Accidental
That's
poor.
right. That's correct.
Accents
Accidental
of
Yes.
porcupine.
Accidental poor poise
Yeah.
There it is, man.
Accidentally
So,
on purpose.
on Facebook.
Yep.
Pointless. So there you go. Anyway,
I knew the Curly impersonate would come back again.
so onto our buddies there with the CHWA. They got another show coming up, right?
They do every single Sunday, 3:30ish. Yeah, every Sunday.
Every Sunday, Cottage Hills Wrestling Alliance weekly show, 3:30 ish.
And then you can watch yourself on their YouTube show, which I think was released this morning. So
And we had them on, about a couple weeks ago.
good time.
And we've had a bunch of wrestling people on, but I actually, because they started off as these backyard guys, and I'm sure all the wrestlers that we probably had on started that way, but we didn't hear their backstory like these
Yeah,
guys.
these guys told us that.
They-
well, a lot of the wrestlers we have on join these organizations. Not saying none of them, were in one giant group and all formed an organization. That's the difference I think we found out there, but I'm not sure. I'd have to ask some of the old WPW guys how that got started. But
Well, the Cottage Hills Wrestling Alliance definitely formed from the ground up, slamming each other onto mattresses and you
in
know,
a garage.
and yeah, working out of
Where
a
you couldn't
garage.
lift a guy over your head even. Right?
Slam them into
Yeah.
the rafters. They were telling us a lot of funny stories about getting going, but now they have a nice building and they're doing a weekly, at least once a week show.
And they made videos back then in 2016. If you look up Cottage Hills Wrestling Alliance 2016, it's all backyard stuff.
Yes.
So if you're into the totally, way back stuff.
Like, how did he not break that guy's neck doing that kind of stuff? Yeah, there you go.
Had a
So-
collapsed lung out of the deal. So
Oh yeah. So good luck to them this week with their show. That is at 127 West MacArthur Street in Cottage Hills. That is where they hold the CHWA shows.
all kinds of open mic on Sunday, including down at Martin's Tunes and Eats from 3 to 7.
Yeah.
Kurt Copeland doing one up in Jerseyville at Uncle Al's, the Sunday Fun Day from 4 to 8, and one in Edwardsville at the Stagger Inn, always 6 to 10. So some open mics there. The Owl is going to be up in Grafton from 2 to 6 at the Loading Dock, which is fired back up. Bob Gleason, 2 o'clock at the Bloody Bucket Saloon in Grafton. We start seeing that.
Awesome.
We know Grafton's opening up.
It's getting there.
Jeremy Drake in Edwardsville at Big Daddy's from 4 to 7. Graham Band, 1 o'clock at Bella Vista's Winery in Maryville. That's after all the murdering. He's going to have to go down there and play after the Gilligan's Island murder mystery death.
Right.
And a lot of gore going to be laying around while Graham's playing. Hope he's ready.
There's going to be buckets of it.
Yeah. Jared Lutz, 4 to 7 at the Cabin at Judy Creek and Glenn Carbon. Dave Horton at Wild Pickens on Sunday from 2 to 5. And the Bearded Bandits, that's Nate Sickmeyer. 2 o'clock. 1428 Tap House in Swansea.
All right, so even on Sunday, there's a lot to do. So, get out there and watch it happen, people. I'm tired of telling you this.
April 9th, that's 4-9. 4 plus 9, 13. We talked about this being a conspiracy.
It's all a number game. It
all adds up.
1 plus 3 is 4. You have to add them up again.
Again. So, there we go.
It's
And that why do we bring this up? Because that is Road to Pointfest.
Yeah.
Session 2 finals. So if you guys win this round, it's finals, right?
Oh, yes.
All
I
this,
could pull up the list and we could.
you could.
Let's just keep on the number thing. So it's
You could.
it's 4-13 or it's 4-9, and
We
you
could
add those
just-
together, and it's 13. And
We could just rely on Carter Noble because Carter Noble
knows it.
gave us the list from memory.
Oh, Jake's Mistakes was the last one.
We
Oh.
said Jake's mistakes.
But he forgot his own band.
Shots fired. I think was the one
Yeah.
we missed. So Shots Fired. We're very sorry we missed you earlier, but we now. I don't think we haven't seen Shots Fired, have we?
Nope.
April 9th.
Have not. They were from a different session than us.
You will see them
Check
firing some
out
shots at you for
Forsee.
forgetting them.
April 9th.
Yep.
Get your tickets. There's a link at Cottonmouth.
4-9.
You can just talk to one of us. And
Talk to one of them, but type in what? At the promo code. What
Yep.
should they type in?
You have to. Don't you have to?
Accidentally on purpose, right?
Sure.
Accents of
Probably.
porcupines.
That is us.
Accidentally on purpose. You can easily purposely remember accidentally on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta put
We
in our
chose that
band
name on
name and
purpose.
click to make sure that you buy tickets for us, so it goes towards our ticket count.
Right?
We all understand how these things work. They're looking for a good show, they're looking for good songs, and they're
not
looking to
sure
see
who's
who
gonna-
sold the most tickets.
I'm
Yep.
not sure who I'm going to write in, Pigpen.
Oh my gosh, he just showed.
Ooh, scandalous.
He showed.
Yeah.
No,
Isn't this a cool shirt, though?
it
I
is
mean,
though.
seriously.
I like it. I didn't have
Crystal
enough
Lake.
money to buy one at the last gig.
AOP shirts might be in the works.
Yes, we have a design. We have a shirt design.
I will wear them.
It's
It is
a
a
very
very-
cool design. Actually, I'm quite happy with it.
Yep.
Next time Crystal Lady's on, I'll wear your shirt.
Ooh, okay.
We'll keep this fight going, no matter who wins.
I have Crystal Lady beef.
We're starting the on-air.
I need
feud
it by
right
next
now.
week.
See, I think we need to combine the bands with the wrestling thing and have like a couple
You know what?
bands
I've
have.
been thinking about that.
That would be awesome.
There
Have a
was-
couple bands like go at it in the wrestling match. That'd
I
be
think I
awesome.
know a place where we can do that, because when I used to work at Pizza Hut on Sunday evenings, they used to have wrestling in the basement of that building.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Pizza Hut Fight Club is very important to me. It was in Mystical
on
Journeys.
Friday night. That was Saturday night when they did that, right?
Mystical Journeys.
Yeah, that's-
it was
that's kinda
Sunday
chill.
afternoons.
Sunday afternoon. See, it was Friday night when they had the chicken fights. That's what I was into.
Gotcha.
The
I had to
mystical,
go down there
They
with
put
my
little
pizza
boxing
box-
gloves
yeah.
on and.
Yeah.
I had to go down to the basement with my little pizza boxes and be like, did somebody order the pepperoni pizza? And the
that
cheese
was Cottage Hills Wrestling Alliance at what
I
was the
didn't
name
go
of the
there.
place?
First rule about Pizza Fight Club.
Pizza Hut Fight Club? Don't talk about Pizza Hut.
And what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh,
You said it first.
oh my gosh.
I did say it first.
Yeah. What was the name
She's
of
gonna
that
get us
place
all kicked
underneath
out of there.
Pizza Hut?
Mystic Journeys?
Mystic Journeys.
Yes.
That's it. Sorry, I had a brain.
Yeah, it was just a store in the front, and then they had wrestling in the back
Yep,
room.
that's Cottage Hills.
Crazy.
You didn't
How
know
did you
that?
never tell me about that?
Because I never talk about my Pizza Hut experiences anymore.
Yeah, I
I've
don't
been
blame
waiting
you.
to tell
Well,
this
it's like
story for
I knew
years.
you back then, so I just figured it might have came up at one point, but I don't know.
Wow, so this is getting more and more interesting to me. So we've
April
got some fight clubs going on.
Sauget, Illinois.
Sauget?
Sauget.
Sauget.
I
Pops.
honestly have
Sausage.
several times said, it's like, oh yeah, we're playing in Sauget. And
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah, we're playing in Sausage,
it
Illinois.
took me like 4 times for someone to actually correct me. I was like, man, I've told like 4 people already that it's Sauget.
Yeah, my mom had to correct me on it. I was like, I don't know how to pronounce this place.
I don't go to Sauget.
So before you played in Sauget, had you ever been in Pops before, Mr. Dean?
So
Before you played there?
I don't think I've ever seen. I think I saw 86 Red there a few times ago. I wanted to see this band called Bayside there, but they ended up not playing. Like the show still happened, but they weren't. I was only going to see the show for them, and then they dropped off. So I was like, I don't need to go to this anymore.
Right.
But I think we're going to. I mean, we're playing. Obviously, I think we're going to go see band sometime in May, probably.
I know. I just wondered if you had been there before you played, or if playing was the first time you walked in.
My
there.
first time going to Pops was a couple years ago, and I actually saw the band Guar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Good for you. A lot of paper mache going on in that act.
Yeah, lots of juices going everywhere.
Nice.
Were you in the splash zone?
Yeah, I was trenched. So.
Nice, man.
Pretty
That same night, I was across the parking lot at one of the strip clubs. I was also in the splash zone, oddly enough. But anyway.
Was that before?
Was that what I accidentally pulled up to the other day, or was that a different place? When we were playing there, I was like driving around this other building for a minute because I thought it was Pops. Was that
No, you were driving around at the gas station.
That was a gas station.
Okay.
There's also the country rock cabaret.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so now, finally, Fox, had you been in Pops before you played
I
there?
actually had not.
So playing there was your first time walking in there?
Yes.
Yeah, it can be an interesting place.
Actually,
Well,
no,
I
because
take
we
that
saw
back.
we saw Fireside. I remember I actually texted the Pops guy when we were in Pops, because you were talking to me. You were we were watching the Road to Pointfest thing, and we were both watching Fireside, and you were like, you need to text Pops about letting us play here. So
we decided at that show we're gonna be in this competition.
So I texted Pops at Pops. We should play Pops.
Yep. We were like, we were in your building. Let us play.
The call's coming from inside the building.
Going from
exactly.
seeing shows at Pops to playing at Pops.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I gotta ask Carter. Did you see the old original Gore singer?
No,
or
it was not
the
David
new
Rocky. It
right.
was the new guy.
Okay.
Who was the bass player, I believe the original bass player.
Okay.
For.
I was just curious
So.
how far back that was. Favorite concert at Pops Pick then?
Man, I saw Soulfly there.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And that was just, it was really it was the last time I saw what were the brothers that were in Sepultura. I can't think, the Max, Max, whatever his name. It's the last time I saw him play, and I actually like Soulfly.
Yeah.
Way better than I like. As much as I was into Sepultura at the time, but Soulfly spoke to me a little. They were like heavy with a psychedelic twist to them, and I always leaned toward the psychedelic.
I'm gonna have to go with the Wailers.
Ooh,
I
I
think
did
you
not
were
see
there.
the Wailers. Did
No,
I
you
see the
weren't there?
Wailers?
I was there.
I might have, man. I
Yeah,
don't remember
that
all the
was pretty
shows
cool.
I've seen, but I would,
The band from
did not
Cantina.
did not get to see
Was
that.
that
I've seen
Max
the-
Rebo and the Jizz Whalers?
I've seen the Wailers several times with Bunny Wailer. Never got to see them when Peter and Bob
No,
were in
no
the
Peter.
band. And they didn't
No
see them with
Peter
Peter
and Bob.
Tosh or
Them
Bob
old
Marley,
nerds.
unfortunately. But I've seen them with Bunny Wailer several times. So there you go.
Yep.
Lots of good shows coming through that place over the years. Now, was that at the old one before it burned down, or the new one?
That had to be the old one.
I was going to say.
I mean, how long ago was that?
Yeah,
That wasn't that long ago. The fire party.
I don't even remember.
I haven't been there since
20
then, I don't
years.
think. Yeah.
20, it's been 20 years at least.
I seen Danzig there too. I wasn't that impressed.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
He ripped his shirt.
I
still say
I
today
saw
he faked
Danzig.
it.
I saw Danzig once, but I had to bend my neck and look down. He was walking
Yeah.
by me, and I was like, he's just real short. That's all.
Black Label.
Anyway,
Black Label. Seen Black Label.
Ooh, Black
Yeah,
Label
that was
Society.
good. Right in front of Zach Wild. That was
Yeah,
pretty
Black
cool.
Label Society's got
And
some good stuff.
Stubblefield wasn't there. If I was Stubblefield, I'd have been trying to get up on stage with him because Zach totally owes him.
That's right.
Zach Wild jammed with Stubblefield at one point
And took over their show. They had to
they
beg
couldn't
him to
get him off the
Couldn't get
stage.
him off stage. They let him come up for one song, and he
He's
wouldn't
already
go away.
famous too.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
To each
aspire
his
to be
own.
that famous,
Pretty great.
I think.
Yeah. Famous
See,
enough that with Carter can just walk up on stage with some local band and just steal the show.
Yeah.
I would
love
want the opposite. Just give me the money that comes with it, but keep the fame. That just means you can't
I
walk
do
into a
feel that.
store.
I do feel that.
I'd rather have a number one hit in Japan than in America.
Yeah.
You know?
That would be
Go
awesome.
the Dream Theater
Made in
route.
Japan.
Yeah, Dream Theater.
So we got to ask Carter before he goes. What's up with Noble? What's going on?
Noble has been on a little bit of a hiatus recently.
Because we joined two other bands and we're just
I've been pretty busy doing other stuff. So when Noble is busy, that means the Noble band is busy.
Okay.
So, but we dropped our album last year, and we kind of went on a little hiatus. I think we're gonna be back. At
We
it
also
this
lost
year.
half of our band, and
That's true.
we have a bass player now who
You got people looking for him, or are you just ignoring the fact?
No,
that
we
you
don't really
lost
want
him?
to.
No, they went to the
We gave
University
up.
of College.
So true. So true.
Callbacks. See, we here at AOP are masters of callbacks.
Yeah, we love our
Oh my
callbacks.
gosh!
Didn't they know you guys were in college too? Just a different type.
Well, I go to college by drive.
Yeah, but like playing out's college.
We don't go to the University
I
of
go to
College.
music
We go to
college.
college. We go to college university. of music.
Yeah, we
The
go.
more gigs you play, the more you learn.
Yep.
So, I mean, you're in college. That's what we called it, right, Pigpen?
I
That's what we told our parents.
I went to the University of Music, and then the University of the Deadlot, and then the Yeah, I don't know what I call it. I call it life, man. I say you kids are doing a fine job.
Sure.
Every time
right.
over the years, I've watched you guys since probably the original incarnation. I'm not sure out there at the Lifehouse.
The Shred Shack.
So I believe
accolade.
that
It was polytonal.
I believe that every time I see you, I feel like you seem to get better as a band. You seem to play more complicated songs. You've come a long way. So congrats to you,
You want to
young
come to the April 9th show? I got
whippersnappers.
tickets in my car.
Come on,
Put you on the spot.
April 9th.
Don't get so pushy, man. Why would I ever hire you? You're coming on too strong, you know.
I think
Sure.
for being a band for 5 years, we would have put out like 3 albums by now. Because there's bands who have been.
We do, in fact, have music coming out eventually.
though.
We recorded half of an E EP.
I'm going to say this to you, Fox. Okay,
3/4.
maybe bands. So a band that's been together for many years that have put out a couple of albums, you could say, oh, that's cool. You would expect that. But if in that same time you put out one concept album, I find that more impressive. As long as it's conceptually.
We went straight.
It's
for the big
conceptually
one.
we
conceptual.
went straight to a concept album.
That's-
It's also
that's the
perfectly
best way to
imperfect.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, Perfectly Imperfect by Accidentally on Purpose is on our conceptually conceptual album.
There you go. Just go home and listen to Joe's Garage for 3 days straight.
Oh, yes.
And
what was the name?
and
Joe's
you will be
Crab Shack?
fine.
Yeah.
You will be
Joe's
fine.
Crab Shack.
Man.
All right. Well,
I'm
there
pretty
we
sure Fox is 666. Just throwing that out there.
We don't talk about
Aphrodite's
it.
child. Aphrodite. Yes, and the seats were all occupied. All right, so there we go. We've been talking to members of the Accidentally on Purpose band. Jacob Pullen was not allowed to come in, so
Also, got to plug the
We
last
locked him
member.
in the car.
We do have a rhythm guitar player who we also excluded that we picked up from H7, Alex.
Alex, okay.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Alex Cole of H7.
Breaking news at the end of the interview.
Yeah, they saved that little gem till the end,
Yep.
so
I
there you go.
forgot.
True fans will watch the whole interview.
Dean, so rude.
We had him in with
All right,
J7.
so missing in action, we got Jacob,
Uh-huh.
we got Ben,
Yeah, Ben still records stuff with us.
and Alex,
Yep.
and then
Ben's our Bernard Purdy of the band.
okay,
he's-
there
He's
you
an
go.
honorary member.
And Pat,
And then tonight we've had Fox,
Don Cheatham.
Don Cheadle,
Yeah, Don Cheadle could unfortunately not be at the interview. We've got beef.
And all previous members will be back, probably.
probably.
Yeah, my dad said one time we should
He's gonna
like
be.
do a gig where we have all like 7 of our previous guitar players come up and play with us at the same time.
7-part harmony for
Yeah.
Rocket Summer.
AOP kind of goes through guitar players like the Intrusion does bass players. So
We go through those like
Counting the days,
drivers
buddy.
at Pizza Hut.
I'm a permanent member.
As long as you'll
You've been a
allow
permanent
it.
member since you've been a member.
You're part-time permanent, dude. All right, so
Oh.
here we go again. Thanks to
And
our
fight.
thanks to our guests Accidentally on Purpose for coming in. Again, we had Fox, we had Dean Bush, and for the first time ever, Carter Noble. Thanks for coming in, guys. Good luck on the road to Pointfest. 4/9 is the date on that. Is that
Thanks
right?
to our
4/9.
sponsors, yeah. Thanks to our sponsors, Halpin Music Company and Matt Van Force,
Of Macias
who
Insurance.
you should invite over to give you a quote and jam for you.
Yeah. Please come over and tell me about insurance and bring your guitar while you do that. It makes it more fun. So there you go. Thanks to them for letting us come on and do this for so long. Thanks to our guests, Accidentally on Purpose. Get on the internet and buy your tickets for the Point to Road Fest.
Point to Road Fest.
I'm just way too. All right,
It's really a
so
festival on who can point to the road best.
yes, there you go.
I was thinking of Harry Nielsen, but
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Well, that's the point,
It's the
right?
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, the point. All right, so there you go. Everybody buy your tickets. Road to Pointfest happening 4/19.
4/9.
4/9. See, I don't even know, dude.
4/9.
We said so many numbers. I'm so
4 plus
confused.
4 plus 9, that's 13.
4 plus 9 is
Which is 4.
is
666.
13 and
Well, 4 is actually the number of death in Asia, so...
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you should just get Fox on here next time and just exclusive, like just Fox and you guys, and just talk conspiracy theories the
Yeah.
entire time.
I'm
It'd be
down.
That would be a fun time.
I would
I've
Greg
got a
Noble
lot
on
new...
this show.
We won't need you either, Pigpen. Just me and Fox.
excellent.
666 over there.
I'm unneeded everywhere I go. It's a good feeling. It's It's a good feeling. All right. Well, hey, everybody, thanks for listening. Next week, we're going to have, who are we going to have next week?
Well, Crystal Lady.
We're going to have Crystal Lady next week. Look out.
We'll try to get our shirts done by then.
Yeah,
so
we'll send you a
Sebastian
shirt.
I'll wear it.
Get his shirt made up by next week, and I guarantee he's going to wear it. Everybody, thanks for tuning in, and make sure you do your homework, people. Get out and support local music and art.